Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl M here on YouTube, and today I would like to talk to you about a new book, The Cruel Prince. I actually don't know how new this book is, but it's new to me. I actually just started reading it a couple days ago, and I finished it yesterday. Let me tell you, it's actually a really good book. Go through like why I liked it so much, and through some of the characters, probably like all the characters. I had the wiki it instead of like trying to do research through this book. I was like, I'm just gonna Google it and see like everybody's name. It is a little difficult to like remember all of their names by hand, except for like, the main characters. But I was like, I'm just gonna Google it. Like a little bit new here on YouTube, editing the content and figuring out how to do this whole thing. But one thing I do know that I love to share are book reviews and talk about books and different fantasy stuff with people. So if you guys have anything to say, you can just leave it down in the comments, and I really appreciate it. I have other videos here on YouTube as well. That was actually from a class that I took a while back for speech. So if you guys saw that, it's just gonna stay up there. I mean, I'll probably delete it like maybe later on down the line. Maybe not, I haven't yet, we'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna get into it. So I'm gonna go through the character names. So we have the royal family, and the oldest one, I think it's like Prince Balkan. Second oldest is Prince Dane. I don't know like in what order the siblings are actually at. I just know that those two I think are like the oldest because they were supposed to be crowned or something. There's Celia, Elwyn, and Rhea, and the youngest prince, Cardan. And Cardan's friend group, Valerian, Nicasia, Locke. I am so sorry if I butchered any of these names. Please don't drag me. I'm so sorry. Our main character, Jude's family. So her family is a little unique because she got drug into like a foster family. And when I mean drug in, I mean like tragically drug in. Her sister Vivian, her twin sister Tyron. Vivian's actually her half-sister because she's originally from what is now her foster family. Her foster father being the High General, his name's Maddox. You guys get to hear about him a little bit later if I make another video focusing on spoilers, the plot, etc. His wife, Oriana, and their son, Oak. Some other, I don't want to say like side characters, they're pretty important to the story once you get to read it. There's the Ghost, the Roach, and the Bomb. Whether their true names get revealed or not, I would have to look back. I know I just read it, I'm so sorry. But these nicknames themselves for a reason, and those reasons are crazy. Why I found this book so like fantastic is because of the colorful characters, the decent world building that Holly Black created, and like the great plot and subplots added to this book. Like there's the plot, okay, but with the subplots added to it, maybe I'm not even saying that right, but like the different little things that are going on within the story, not necessarily from other characters' point of views, unless you get to the end of like this book and you see, that sub story. It all just kind of comes together, or in my case, it keeps you guessing. And I came up with a bunch of like different theories depending on what chapter it was. And I don't do that with like a lot of books. I've done that with some books in the past, but this one I was really thinking like, oh my god, like what if this character, blah blah blah. I won't spoil it. And as far as decent world building, she does a really good job on making it very distinct. Like, hey, what's the human world? What we do in modern times versus like what we do in Elfane, like an island that they all live on, and then like you can pretty much fly to the modern world, and it's very distinct. Like they are medieval almost. I won't say like too medieval, but pretty like non-modern kind of world. They're still in ball gowns, dresses, still going by court courtesies, throne courtesies, all of that, all of it. It's beautiful. And then you have the modern world, like you're just wearing your jeans, t-shirts, slacks, etc. it's really great. I really appreciated how there was such distinct characters, especially Jude and her sisters, were able to travel back and forth, and how they traveled back and forth. You know, it wasn't just like some like portal, even though I'm sure that could come if the right kind of person had that. But I was like, wow, that's really interesting. It makes me think a lot of Sarah Maas's book, not to compare either or. There are, even though they have similar, I don't want to say even similar tastes, but similar like court, like stuff to do with like the court and kingdoms and such like that. That's what comes to mind. Fairy theologies. I don't know. I don't want to say theologies, but that's what's coming to mind right now. It's completely like they just have their different taste. Every author has their own kind of taste, which is fantastic. But this was refreshing from that because we have like colorful characters, not a whole plethora of characters, but some characters to start with, you know, and then with their dialogue, there's not like too much of it. You can, or even if there is a lot of dialogue, you can distinguish who's who. You know, their whole dialogue is going, and you're like, okay, I think this person's that person. Like, I'm sure you guys know what I mean. I ran into that with Sarah Maas's book because she has like different series. I started off with her Court of Thorn and Roses. It's not bad. I really do enjoy her series, but sometimes I get lost in the blurb. I'm not gonna lie, especially with her second series. But this one, it just caught me by surprise. I was like, you know, I'm not really sure what to expect. I didn't know what to expect. I was actually not even referenced to by friends, even though I did talk to my friends about it, and they're like, hey, I read that book or haven't, and I think I've been hearing a lot that it's good. And I was like, sure, like, let me go out and buy it and see what it's about. And I was blown away, guys.